There's a kind of stuck that's really hard to explain to people. It does not look like failure from the outside. You wake up, you go to school or work, you take your responsibilities and do your things. Life feels stable, and yet it feels that there's something quiet that's missing. It feels like movement without direction, like an effort without a momentum. I've lived in that space for a long time. I kept telling myself things were fine because where I came from, they were. But deep down, I knew I was drifting. There was this subtle feeling of something is missing. So upon self-reflection, here are the 5 reasons I found that were making me feel stuck. You may not be able to relate to all 5 of them, but the reason number 4 will certainly give you a feeling of deja vu. Reason number 1, I confused stability with progress. Stability matters. It gives structure to your life. It keeps things from falling apart. And at some point, stability will start feeling like a progress, even though nothing is changing. I remember thinking that as long as my life was predictable and organized, I was moving forward. And years later, I realized that I was just maintaining what I already had. Maintenance keeps things running, but progress starts changing the direction of your life. When you stop asking yourself where your life is actually heading, stability becomes the place you get stuck in. Second reason, you stay busy so that you don't have to sit with your thoughts. Being busy has a strange way of making us feel useful. It fills our days and leaves us tired enough to stop asking questions. I filled every quiet moment without realizing why. If there was a silence, I would just simply start distracting me with either video games or phone scrolling or movies. I guess it was easy to distract myself rather than sit with myself and think about, something needs to be changed. I finally started staying quiet without any distractions. The moments of stillness were uncomfortable because that's when the questions started surfacing. When life slows down, it has a way of showing you what you have been avoiding. Staying busy can delay that confrontation, sometimes for years. The third reason is I waited because I wanted to feel ready. For a long time, I believed readiness would arrive first. I thought confidence will arrive first before the action. So as a result of that, I waited. I waited to feel certain. I waited to feel more ready. I waited to feel less awkward. And what I eventually learned was readiness starts growing only after you begin. It's not the other way around. It comes from repetition, not just from preparation. And the longer you wait, the more intimidating the first step becomes. And what I've realized is staying stuck has less to do with fear itself, but it has more to do with the waiting for that fear to disappear. And here's the reason number 4. You compare your private struggles with public highlights. Hear me out on this. Comparison works quietly. It creeps in through conversations and screens and small moments of doubt. I compared my early steps to others' finished works, and I started assuming that I was behind because I did not see their process. Consequently, over time, the comparison started draining my motivation. Every little step forward started feeling like nothing as compared to others' progress. And what I didn't realize back then is no matter how people are moving forward or doing things, they're all still figuring things out. They're just moving forward as they're trying to figure things out. This one hits harder. I made choices that were reasonable, they were responsible, and that they made sense to other people. But deep down inside, there was a growing gap between what I was doing and what felt true to me. And over time, that gap started feeling like a tension a frustration that I could not fully explain. Feeling stuck is oftentimes something inside of you wanting to be taken seriously, and ignoring that voice does not make it go away. It only makes it more quieter and heavier. I just gave the 5 reasons why I felt stuck, and this was based off of the reflection I was able to do, taking 10-15 minutes and think about those things. But truth to be told, if you feel stuck, it doesn't mean that you failed. It just means that you have outgrown the version of the life you are currently living. And change does not require a drastic, sudden movement or reinventions. It usually starts with small, honest adjustments. Something that may be a little uncomfortable to do, but you should be doing. One habit and one decision that more aligns with who you are becoming. You don't need to solve everything at once. You just need to stop pretending that the feeling of stuck will disappear on its own. And I'm not here to talk to you from the feeling of certainty. Heck, I'm still figuring things out for myself, and I'm 35 years old. If something in this video feels familiar, take that seriously. Even just for a moment, that feeling might be something that's pointing you towards your next step. And if you have been waiting, take this video as a sign to start